Yes, good day to you guys. My name is Angel Lopez, and in this video, we will talk about my personal top 15 success habits. And the things that I will share with you in this video will change your entire life. Especially kung gagawin nyo, aaksyonan nyo, at i-build nyo yung mga bagong habits nyo. I have this one video na maraming views sa YouTube at maraming listens sa Spotify. It's the top 10 success habits. But I realized that after several months, since I'm also developing myself, since I'm working really hard on myself, imagine from the top 10 success habits, right now, I was able to build more businesses. Nadagdagan tayo ng korporasyon, ng negosyo, and right now, meron pa tayong course. Meron pa tayong exclusive events soon, and I'm really excited. And because of that, I'm preparing myself really hard for more than a year. So may mga nadagdag na success habits na sure akong makakatulong sa inyo. Ulitin ko guys, I am certain that the success habits we will talk about in this video is something that will help you move forward, help you become successful, help you become a person of value para sa success yung hahabol sa'yo. And these are extremely simple things and habits na pwede nyong gawin ngayon mismo. And that's the challenge with habits, di ba? These are probably simple things, pero ito yung mga bagay na baka hindi natin ginagawa. So kung hindi nyo ginagawa, gawin nyo na agad. Because remember that the things that are easy to do are also the things that are easy not to do. Yung mga bagay na madaling gawin, yun din yung mga bagay na madaling hindi gawin. Alright? So these are extremely simple, actionable steps that you can turn into habits. And yes, ito yung personal kong habits na nakatulong sa akin. Alright? And this video is quite personal to me. So if you want to learn, if you want to grow, if you want to be successful, watch the whole video. And maybe you can watch this over and over. So let's begin. So again, my top 10 success habits. Number 1 is clarity. Right? Very important that you are extremely clear with what you want. Because you will only be pointed towards the right direction if you have a destination. Now, sir, paano naging habit yung clarity? From time to time, pwedeng magkaroon ka ng clarity, di ba? For example, watching this video, may clarity ka. Or maybe after reading a book. Or maybe after reading a post, reading a blog, watching a vlog, listening to a podcast episode like this one. Maybe while listening, or maybe right after listening and watching this video, meron kang clarity. But for most people, hindi nag-stay yung clarity. For most people, hindi siya nagtatagal. So you have to rewatch this video. You have to actually check your notes. Kailangan panoorin mo ulit. I-check mo yung notes mo. So ibig sabihin, it is a habit that you consciously get more clarity. Become more aware. Kailangan araw-araw, linggo-linggo, buwan-buwan, nire-review mo yung definition mo ng success. Because again, your definition of success may change through time. So, i-define muna natin ano ba yung success. Kasi makakarating lang tayo dyan kung alam natin kung saan natin gustong makarating. Diba? Like how can you arrive somewhere if you don't know the place itself? But let's be clear. Success is not an endpoint, right? Success is not an endpoint. It is a journey. Pero bakit mahalaga na may definition tayo ng success? Because in life, we will arrive at multiple places. It's not traveling from point A to point B. It's traveling from point A to point B to point C to point D to point E to point F. Walang katapusan yan. So the idea is, kailangan meron kang definition ng success mo sa ngayon. And mind you, it will improve through time. Plus, sa mga aspects ng success na pag-uusapan natin, pwedeng isa-isa doon yung tatrabahuhin mo. Especially the one that you need right now. Ano yung urgent sa'yo? Right? So let's begin defining success. Now, you can agree with me, and if you don't, just comment, alright? This is not a debate. I'm just gonna share with you my own definition of success. And please share yours in the comment section. If you don't agree with my definition of success, it's okay. But you can actually have your own definition in your notebook if you are taking notes right now, or better sa comment section, pag-usapan natin yan. Right? Kasi maganda pinag-uusapan to success. Now, una, para sa akin, very important na meron tayong pera. Or what we call financial freedom. No, Sir MJ, pera na naman. Lagi na ng pera pinag-uusapan. Natural. Lang ang kahirapan pag-usapan natin. Expert ka na doon, di ba? Joke lang. So of course, pera, money is extremely important. I'm not saying it is the most important aspect of success. Kaya siya nauuna kasi hindi siya yung pinakamahalagang aspect, pero lahat halos ng aspect ng success nakadepende sa pera. Like for example, health. Paano ka magiging healthy kung wala kang pera? Mahal ng gulay, mahal ng healthy na pagkain. Magastos po ang health. Gusto mo mag-gym, may bayad po. Right? You wanna run, kailangan mo ng sapatos. You wanna exercise, kailangan mo ng maayos na damit. In terms of relationships, ang hirap naman na may ka-date ka, magkakaroon ka na ng pamilya, tapos wala kang pera. Pag umiiyak na yung anak mo at kailangan ng gatas, hindi mo pwedeng i-hug na lang yun, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin sa anak mo, oh, love na lang tayo, love, hug. Hindi, pag umiyak yan, kailangan ng gatas. Pag umiyak yan, kailangan ng pagkain. You have to provide shelter for your family. Meaning, you can only go from point A to point B pag may pera ka. And you are even watching this video through internet na may bayad. Through a cellphone na binili mo. So bottom line, money is an accelerator. It is a mover. Right? This will fund your projects. This will fund your business. This will actually provide you with the food and necessities that you need in your life. Right? So, mahalaga po yung pera. And if you are reacting right now, this is important. Kaya nga, clarity. Kasi, kaya tayo hindi nakakarating sa success, hindi malinaw sa atin ano yung definition ng success. Pangalawa, hindi malinaw sa'yo yung belief mo around the aspects of success. Hindi malinaw sa'yo yun eh. So, ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo? Ano yung belief systems mo? Kasi kung hindi ka naniniwalang mahalaga yung pera at kailangan mo ng pera, paano ka magkakapera? Kung hindi maganda ang meaning sa'yo ng pera, paano ka magkakapera? Diba, ang pera parang ano yan eh. Ang pera parang girlfriend yan. Imagine mo. Talk show, alright? Talk show, ang host si God. Imagine nyo to ha. Talk show to, ang host si God. Tapos, you are in a relationship with money. So imagine mo si pera, girlfriend o boyfriend mo. Andun siya sa gilid. Ini-interview kayo ni God. Imagine the conversation right now. Na kung ang nasa utak mo is masama ang pera, you are saying in front of God na yung karelasyon mo masama. Imagine the conversation. Imagine kung hindi maganda belief mo sa pera. Imagine kung tinatanggi mo yung pera. It's as if tinatanggi mo yung karelasyon mo. So it's like you are asking God, the host of the talk show, na God, gusto ko ng bahay, gusto ko ng relo. Pero ayoko ng pera eh, kasi masama yung pera eh. Imagine how toxic the relationship can be. Hindi, hiwalayan mo na si pera. Eh, paano ko kakain? Paano yung kotse yung gusto ko? Paano yung luho ko? Paano yung cellphone ko? Paano yung gusto kong bilhin? O di i-admit mo na kailangan mo ng pera. I-admit mo ngayon na gusto mo ng pera. Kasi paano lalapit si pera sa'yo kung nare-reject mo siya? Paano lalapit si pera sa'yo kung ayaw mo sa kanya? Paano lalapit si pera sa'yo kung ang tingin mo masama si pera, eh wala naman siyang ginagawang masama sa'yo? Because money is a tool. Kung paano mo ginagamit yung pera, yun yung i-reflect niya sa'yo. Yun yung i-reciprocate niya sa'yo. Kung paano mo tinatrato si pera, yun yung mag-reciprocate sa'yo. Yun yung babalik sa'yo. So I want you to dig deep and dive in with the emotions that you have with the definition of success na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. Because again, reflect. Okay? Kung nagre-react sa pera, masama ang loob mo ngayon, habang pinag-uusapan to, may mali kang beliefs, either wala kang pera o marami kang utang. Or kung may pera ka pero hindi maganda tingin mo sa pera, beware. Because pwedeng maubos yung pera mo sa isang iglap. Alright? So, you have to be careful with your belief systems. Alright? Next. Ako, para sa akin, mahalaga yung health, no? Kasi hindi natin may enjoy yung perang meron tayo kung hindi tayo healthy, di ba? Example, nasa isang magandang beach resort ka, di ba? Halimbawa, lalaki ka. Tapos ang daming babae, daming sexy or whatever, pleasing sa mata mo lahat na nakikita mo, extremely beautiful people, tapos fresh yung fruits, fresh yung pagkain, tapos may nagva-violin, may classic music, tapos naririnig mo pa yung tunog ng dagat, tapos masakit yung ngipin mo, tapos constipated ka, o kaya meron kang sore throat. May enjoy mo ba? Hindi, kasi hindi ka healthy. Alright, so very important, when you have the money, you use the money to become more healthy. Next is fulfillment. Of course, mahalagang nakakatulong ka sa ibang tao, pero tulungan mo muna yung sarili mo. Pag-uusapan din natin yan dito sa Success Habits. And very important yung fulfillment. Hindi to love life, guys, ha? Fulfillment po ito. Alright? Very important sa fulfillment natin yung nakakatulong ka sa sarili mo, sa mga taong malalapit sa'yo bago mo i-expand sa mas maraming tao. Next is relationships. And of course, our relationships will improve if we are improving as a person. Kung nag-grow tayo, automatic yung relationship natin mag-i-improve. Kasi hindi naman okay na marami kang pera, hindi naman okay yung relationship mo sa mga tao sa paligid mo. Diba? O kaya naman, marami kang pera, pero wala kang fulfillment, kasi ang nangyayari, nakikipagplastikan ka sa mga tao sa paligid mo. You don't have the right circle. Or sinasagasaan mo na yung sarili mong core values, gumagawa ka na ng mali, naninira ka na lang ng kapwa para kumita ng pera, you are a parasite or whatever, nanggagamit ka ng ibang tao, nagmamanipulate ka ng ibang tao para kumita ng pera, what will happen is, yung relationship mo, yung magiging reflection ng ginagawa mo. Kasi kahit anong gawin mo, hindi ka makakapag-build na maayos na relationship kung hindi maayos yung pagkatao mo. And in reality, lahat ng saya sa buhay natin ang gagaling sa relationships. Sa relationship sa family, sa relationship mo sa magulang mo, sa relationship mo sa kapatid mo, sa inner circle mo, sa relationship mo sa kaibigan mo, at sa partner mo. If you are an amazing person, if you are a great person, kung hindi mo sinasacrifice yung core values mo, kung hindi mo sinasacrifice yung integrity mo, eventually, you will be able to meet the right people. Ma-attract mo yung mga tamang tao. And people will start to love you for who you are. So, kung gusto mo ng circle na hindi manipulators yung mga kasama mo, hindi narcissistic, hindi magugulang, wag mo rin siyang gawin. Because you attract what you are. Alright? And of course, time freedom. Hindi natin may enjoy yung pera, yung health natin, yung fulfillment. Kung tayo, walang time sa sarili natin o sa pamilya natin, o wala tayong time gawin yung mga bagay na mahalaga sa atin. Right? So, very important, pag nag-build ka ng negosyo, you are working to actually save time, not working for the money itself. You're gonna use that money to actually save time. Next is, of course, si God, because God is our creator. So, siya naman yung nagbibigay sa atin ng success. So, mahalagang aspect din siya ng buhay natin. Right? So, the thing is, very important that you are clear with this one. So, I want you to dig deep. Teka, ano yung paniniwala ko sa pera? Ano yung paniniwala ko sa health? No? Tingin mo ba, big bone ka? Like, nakakita ka na ba ng taong malaki yung boto? O excuse mo lang yan para hindi ka mag-take ng effort sa health mo? Now, don't get me wrong. Hindi po ako galit or hindi po ako nang huhusga sa mga taong matataba or malalaki yung katawan. Kasi if you are enjoying life that way, right? If you are happy, kung nai-enjoy mo yung pagkain, tapos yan talaga yung trip mo, yan talaga yung gusto mo sa buhay mo, I respect you. That's amazing. Diba? Because you are living your life in your own terms. But I'm speaking to the people na gusto namang mamayat, gusto namang maging sexy, gusto namang maging maganda yung katawan, pero ang daming sinasabing excuse. Sinasabi nila lagi na genetics ito, malaki yung buto ko, hindi nyo ako naiintindihan, or whatever excuse. It's just, I want you to enjoy life. So kung mataba ka, tas na-enjoy mo yan, that's good. Mahilig ka kumain, i-accept mo. Mahilig ka kumain, foodie ka. Ako, malakas din ako kumain, mahilig akong kumain. You just have to accept because you can only change the things that you can accept. Or, you can also enjoy things you can accept. So, kung kaya mong i-accept na mahilig ka kumain, edi go for it. Alright? But understand na mahalaga rin, regardless kung payat ka, o mataba ka, o malaki yung katawan mo, mahalaga na healthy ka. It's not about the looks. It's about becoming healthy. Because ako, personally, nagwo-workout ako for my mind and my body. Hindi para gumanda yung katawan ko. Right? I'm working really hard on my physique because I want to keep on challenging myself. I want to grow. And I want to be stronger. Para mas marami akong magawa that will give me fulfillment. Because again, you can only help other people if you can help yourself. So, no judgment. Right? Like ako, sa mga bashers ko, especially sa buhok, binabash na yung mukha ko, understand that I'm also trying my best to actually take care of my health. It's just that, mas priority ko sa ngayon yung relationship sa anak ko, sa pamilya ko, yung relationship sa mga taong nagtiwala sa akin, making them more successful in life. Yung health ko in terms of physical, yung lakas ng katawan ko. Hindi ko kasi priority yung itsura. Pangalawa, para lang malinaw tayong lahat, yung nakikita nyong bako-bako sa mukha po natin, it is a byproduct of depression. Right? So I was depressed. And, it's really hard to actually recover from depression. I'm just happy right now because I was able to move forward. I'm facilitating my own events. We have a course now na sobrang daming nag-transform yung buhay. So just imagine that. And little by little, of course, iniingatan na rin natin yung ating skin. But now, it's not the priority because my priority is to serve you. And if you are liking this video, subscribe, like, comment, and make sure that you also share this video to the people that you love para maging successful din sila at magkaroon sila ng clarity kagaya mo. Alright? Next, is time freedom. Of course, iba yung magiging thinking mo and actions mo and behaviors mo kung gusto mo mag-retire ng maaga. Kakaiba yan. Kung tamad ka. Iba kasi yung may financial freedom at time freedom sa taong tamad, no? So ako, I'm working really hard to save time so that I can do more of the things that I love, which is coaching, mentoring, teaching people. Ang dami na naghihintay ng mga kasunod na course pero wala pa akong time sa ngayon. So I'm doing my best to leverage my business so that I can make more courses. I can create more clarity with people. I can change the lives of more people para magkaroon na tayo ng mga big events. And soon magkakaroon po tayo ng big events. Exclusive po yung mga events natin sa Worldwide Entrepreneurs. That's one. But if you don't want to join, alright, you don't have to join naman eh. It's up to you. Kung wala kang negosyo, kung wala ka pang vehicle, or kung gusto mo magdagdag, pwede kang sumama sa Worldwide Entrepreneurs so you can attend the WeLead program. Pero what if nasa networking ka rin, or nasa ibang kumpanya ka, or you are in real estate, tas seryoso ka, or maybe you are in the financial industry, tas sobrang seryoso ka dyan. Baka naman may sarili ka ng team, o meron kang sariling negosyo, at ayaw mo nang mag-join kay We. Kaya po ako nag-create ng isa pang community, which is the Success Blueprint community. Alright, sa Success Blueprint, it is also a course that will give you massive clarity. So kung nahihirapan kayong magkaroon ng clarity, and it's really hard for you to actually move forward, I strongly recommend that you enroll in the Success Blueprint right now. We're gonna put the link in the comment, description, and somewhere in this video. Alright, I'm not gonna discuss the course right now because our goal is to become successful. And of course, when you visit the website, it's all about success pa rin. So it's connected to this topic. So I strongly recommend if you really want, gusto mo talaga magbago yung buhay mo, gusto mo maging successful at seryoso ka, just visit the site right now. Alright? It's successblueprint.ph. So again, let's move on. Meron tayong exclusive events para sa Success Blueprint na students. Of course, doon sa mga walang-walang pera, as in walang-wala, gusto mo ng libre, meron pang Master University. Ito, may Ask MJ Lopez pa ito. Sinasagot ko yung tanong nyo. Nagla-live pa po ako. So, these are free value. Para pag nagkapera ka na, may pang-enroll ka na, or may pang-join ka na sa We, or may pang-enroll ka na ng Success Blueprint at makapag-build ka ng sarili mong negosyo. Makapag-build ka ng career mo. So, my goal here is to really help you. Because if you can afford the course, go for it. Diba? If you don't, then Master University muna, libre muna. So again, we're gonna be putting the links para sa inyo, right? Because again, what I want is for you to become successful. Kaya success habits tayo. So again, you have to consciously and consistently redefine this. Another example, if ang belief mo pagdating sa tao, lahat ng tao masama, judgmental ka sa mga tao, may judgment ka sa networker, may judgment ka sa nagtitinda ng insurance, may judgment ka sa nagtitinda, may judgment ka sa mga tao sa paligid mo, imagine the relationships that you will build. May judgment ka sa itsura, may judgment ka sa kulay, may judgment ka sa height, may judgment ka sa race. Imagine that. And of course, God. That's extremely important, but that's not our topic. Alright? Hindi po ako pastor. But very important sa akin na intimate yung relationship namin ni God. So kami na nakakaalam sa relationship namin. Alright? Now, here's the catch. If you want to be successful, you have to change your beliefs around success. You have to change your beliefs around this stuff right here. Hindi rin pwedeng gamitin mo si God as excuse. Kasi siya na nagsabi, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. For I have plans for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future, di ba? But the idea is it's really hard to actually change your beliefs. Kaya mahalaga po yung Success Blueprint kasi meron tayong programa dyan in just 3 days, bago ng belief systems mo. Right? Entirely different belief systems. Basta susundan yung instructions. Right? In just 3 days, imagine. Although 14-day yung program, and you can probably get 90-day access, may bonus pong 30-day access, may bonus pang mastermind sessions yan na nagkakahalaga po ng 100,000. Alright? Pero libre po iyon. Mura lang po yung course natin. It's affordable, but it's a premium course just for you. And the idea is, my goal is for you to actually change your belief systems and maging sustainable siya. So para mabago mo tong belief systems mo, again, sundin mo lang lahat ng habits dito kasi katulong mo yan in terms of changing the beliefs, in terms of changing your self-image. Kasi tandaan mo na ang tinatrabaho mo dito is to be a person of success. Alright? I just want to give you clarity kasi para tuloy-tuloy tayo doon sa 2 to 15. But understand this. More clarity para sa inyo. Okay, so yung nasa taas po niyan, this is what we call results and events. Ito yung tip of the iceberg, no? Ito yung tip of the iceberg. Meaning, Yan lang yung nakikita natin, yung resulta ng mga pinaghirapan ng mga taong nakikita natin na successful. We only see the results. We only see the events. We only see the success stories. We only see the success moments. Pero hindi natin nakita yung sakripisyong ibinigay nila. So, kaya nakarating sa events and results dahil po sa actions and behaviors. So, yun yung binibuild natin dito. Yung behaviors, yung actions, yung habits. But the idea is, yung actions and behaviors mo, nanggagaling yan sa tinatawag na self-image. Self-image. Okay? Image po yan, ay po yan. No? So, yan yung belief systems mo. Yan yung belief mo sa sarili mo. Yan yung malalim na paniniwala mo sa sarili mo. Meaning, lahat ng habits na pag-uusapan natin dito, it is meant to actually change your self-image. So, you can become a person of value. So, you can become a person of success. Para pag may value ka, magaling ka, competent ka, you have success habits, si success yung susunod sa'yo. Because, lagi kong sinasabi, that success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract. Success is something that you develop for yourself. Success is looking for a place to stay. And success will only stay if and only if you are building value for yourself. Kaya mahalaga yung mga habits dito. Alright? So again, our goal is to change the self-image. Now, paano mangyayari yan? Mahalaga yung tinatawag na structure of living. So lahat na nandito, lahat ng habits na makikita nyo, galing yan sa structure. May structure yan, kailangan nyong gawin. Kagaya nito, part ng structure mo ngayon is magkaroon ka ng clarity. And again, if you don't have clarity, tapos nahihirapan ka humanap ng videos, and maybe 10 years, 20 years ka nang nabubuhay sa mundo, 30 years, 40 years ka nang nabubuhay sa mundo, hanggang ngayon, wala kang clarity. Kahit ang dami mo nang napanood na video ko at video ng ibang tao, wala ka pa rin clarity. Kailangan mo na mag-enroll sa Success Blueprint. Right? Again, it's extremely affordable. I assure you. Ang dami na nating resulta ngayon. Dati, syempre, wala akong maikwento sa inyo kasi kakasimula pa lang ng course, pero right now, massive results. Imagine, after 14 days, merong bumili ng bahay, bumili ng kotse. Imagine yung iba na doble yung income. Yung iba from 0, 6 digit na yung income. Yung iba nag-improve yung buong buhay niya. Especially yung relationships niya. Kasi magkakaiba tayo ng journey pagdating sa success. So it's not just about money. It's about lahat po ng aspect ng buhay mo, the will of life. Alright? So again, clarity. Habit number 2 is wake up early. Na very important na maaga tayo gumigising. Noong time na fininom ko yung top 10, I think around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. ako gumigising. Ngayon po ay 3 a.m. na ako. No? Bakit siya mas maaga? It's because I want to improve my relationship with my daughter. So I have to make sure na tapos na yung morning routine ko, morning ritual ko, tapos na lahat yon. At meron na ako na trabaho before 7 a.m. because I have to do the daddy drop-off. Ano yung daddy drop-off? Ihahatid ko siya sa school. Importante sa kanya yun. Mahalaga sa kanya yun. No? Na-notice ko na mas confident siya sa school, mas masaya siya, mas secured siya kung ako yung naghahatid sa kanya sa school every morning. So I'm making sure na I will be early. Not just to get more money, not just to be healthy, but to also build a relationship with my daughter. So imagine because of clarity, umaga pa lang nagagawa ko na to lahat. Dahil sa lahat ng habits dito na i-discuss ko sa inyo. Imagine, I have a structure early in the morning that will actually clear my mind, become more healthy, have fulfillment, build a relationship with my daughter, have a sense of freedom for myself, para kumita ng pera. And may moment din kami ni God, nagpe-pray ako, nagme-meditate ako. Right? So yan ang importance, yan ang benefit pag gumigising ka ng maaga. And the idea is, waking up early, especially before magising yung mga taong kasama mo. Pag ikaw to. Ikaw to. Paulit-ulit natin ito pag-uusapan. This is you. Diba? You have a mind, you have a heart, and you have a body. Okay? So, yung mind represents your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Alright. So, mind you, pagkagising mo sa umaga, gumagana na to. Pag gumana yung utak mo, humawa ka ng cellphone, na-trigger ka, boom, maapektuhan yung heart mo. Pag naapektuhan yung heart mo, yung actions mo affected. Bottom line, pinakita ko sa illustration kanina, pag affected yung actions mo, ayan, affected yung results. Pag affected yung results, yun yung paniniwalaan mo. Pag yun yung pinaniwalaan mo, hindi ka magiging successful. It's a downward spiral. The idea is, umpisa pa lang, pag mulat pa lang ng mata mo, you have to win the day. Tandaan mo, winning the year means that you are winning the day. And winning the day means you win your mornings. Now, I'm not saying gumising ka rin ng 3 a.m. kagaya ko. I'm not saying mag-workout ka ng 4 a.m. kagaya ko. May dahilan ako bakit gusto ko yon. Pero you can actually wake up earlier than you already do. Meaning, kung normal na gumigising ka ng 9, try to make it 8 para may 1 hour ka to actually do more and achieve more. And maybe work on your congruence. Because early in the morning, very important that you work on your congruence. Congruency work tayo. Mind and heart coherence dapat. Meaning, pagkagising mo, dapat pinipilit mo i-connect yung sarili mo sa source. So how do you do that? Instead na nasa utak ka kaagad, instead na nag-overthink ka kaagad, instead na kung ano-ano iniisip mong plano or whatever, especially negative stuff, you start with taking massive action. Right? Bangon agad. Inom agad ng tubig. Supplements agad. Organize your day. And then meditate. And then take action. And then work out. And then saka mo engage yung mind mo. Kasi nangyayari, pag hindi connected yung mind and body, naiipit yung heart. Pag naipit yung heart, hindi ka masaya, lalong hindi ka makapag-take ng action. And even if pilitin mo mag-take ng action, pag hindi maganda yung nararamdaman mo, hindi rin maganda yung napoproduce na resulta. Okay tayo? Parang may kausap na tao yun. Okay tayo? Alright? So comment kayo what you are learning right now. Very important, guys, that you are taking notes. Alright? If you cannot take notes, you're watching from a phone or you're driving, just comment right now. Very important that we have engagement because we can have this conversation around waking up early, and I'm willing to answer your questions, right? So again, mind, heart, and body. Early in the morning, wake up early. Wake up early in the morning so that maging connected ka. So ang goal mo, alignment. And what I do personally is what I call the 3CW, or what we call the 3 consecutive wins. Although right now, I think I have 5 consecutive wins, no? So, it start with waking up. Pag mulat ng mata ko, regardless kung nag-alarm na o hindi pa, babangon na ako. And I will only check my phone kasi most of the time, nagigising ako earlier than my alarm. Yun yung matindi doon, no? 1 hour before my alarm. So, ang gagawin ko nun, iinom na ako ng probiotics. Alright? Iinom na ako ng supplements ko. Bakit? Para healthy yung gut natin because the gut is the second brain. After drinking probiotics and water, I will have to spend time writing. Kasama yun sa habits, no? Organizing my day, kasama yun sa habits. And then, after that, either I'm waiting for someone else to cook my food or ako yung magpe-prepare, kumakain agad ako ng fiber early in the morning. So, with bread tayo, tapos some oats, especially protein din. No? Meron tayong itlog. Very important yung protein, fiber, and carbs. Bakit? Kasi early in the morning, mahalaga na may fiber agad yung katawan mo para maprotektahan niya yung gut pa rin. After that, saan nakastructure yung day ko? Actually, pagkagising pala, hindi ko nasabi kanina, pagkagising, meditate ako agad. Pagkainom ng tubig, meditate agad, early in the morning. Bago ko expose yung sarili ko sa social media, nagme-meditate ako ng 30 minutes. Yun yung mahaba kong meditation maghapon. And then, bago ako kumain. Tapos pagkakain, magre-reorganize pa ako niyan. Susulat ako ng affirmation, susulat ako ng mga goals ko, kung ano-anong isusulat ko marami, mag-journal ako, and I will work on monitoring my team, my media team, lahat, mga post nila, habang nagpapatunaw ng pagkain. And then I will work out. And then I will have a cold shower. Kung sa bahay ako nag-workout, mag-cold plunge pa ako no, for 12 minutes. Nasa tubig ako na may yelo. And then, hatid ko na si Scarlett. So imagine, 7 a.m. pa lang, panalo na ako. Ang dami ko nang nagawa. Ang dami ko nang natapos. Pagkahatid ko sa bata, 10 a.m. tapos na yung basic work ko. So pagdating ko ng 1, 4, 5 p.m., everything else is bonus. So imagine the productivity. So yung normal na ginagawa ng iba in 1 week, ginagawa ko in 1 day. That is why I'm creating massive results. Imagine mo, waking up early can actually 10x, right? Your productivity. Ganun siya ka-importante. And iba yung panalo pag gumising ka ng mas maaga than usual. Number 3. Nabanggit ko kanina, meditation. Because the idea around meditation, nabalikan ko na lang yung kabila ha. The idea around meditation is, yung katawan mo, di ba, umiihi. Na-imagine mo ba na maghapon kang hindi iihi? Na-imagine mo yun? Di ba, hirap nun? O kaya, isang buwan kang hindi iihi. Di ba, hirap tong ipon-ipon? Sakit sa pantog, di ba? Or imagine mo, hindi ka tatae ng isang buwan. Di ba, dapat araw-araw na i-release mo yan? So imagine mo, yung katawan mo, naturally, nagre-release. Pero ikaw, yung utak mo, hindi nagre-release. Alright? Hindi nakiklear yung utak mo. Araw-araw, pasok ng information, nood ka ng video, tapos basa ka ng libro. Ang worst, negative pa yung pinapanood mo minsan, negative yung binabasa mo minsan, tapos baka ikaw mismo, negative yung ginagawa mo, negative yung tinatype mo, napupuno yung utak mo ng iba't ibang klaseng information, punong-puno na yan. So, ang nangyayari, kahit manood ka, Mapanood mo tong video na to, pwedeng na-motivate ka, na-inspire ka while watching it, pero hindi talaga pumasok kasi hindi clear yung mind mo. So, very important that early in the morning, you clear your mind. Especially bago matulog. Bakit siya importante? Balikan natin. Naranasan mo na ba na ang haba ng tulog mo? Alright? Natulog ka ng 12 hours o baka 2 days kang natulog, di ba? Pero natulog kang sobrang bigat, sobrang stress. Di ba kahit gano'ng kahaba yung tulog mo, pagising mo, stress pa rin. Bigat pa rin ang pakiramdam. Hindi ka pa rin masaya. Di ba? Imagine, may pagkakataon din ba sa buhay mo na naranasan mo na wala kang tulog? 2 hours lang yung tulog mo, pero natulog kang fulfilled, natulog kang masaya. Pagising mo, di ba masaya din? Ang dami mong energy, ang lakas ng katawan mo. It's because hindi lang sa tulog nang gagaling yung energy, hindi lang sa pagkain nang gagaling yung energy. Pag-align ka, align yung utak, puso, at katawan mo. Thoughts, emotions, actions. Pag aligned yan, you will have energy. And one thing that will surely help you is actually meditation. So you don't have to do the advanced meditation. Ang daming way to actually meditate. Right? Because this will actually clear your mind. Alright? Kung nagki-cleansing tayo ng katawan natin, para maklear yung katawan natin sa mga toxins, para maklear yung atay natin, yung kidneys natin, yung gut natin, yung intestines. Very important na nakiklear din yung mind mo. Kasi pag hindi clear yung mind, hindi clear yung actions, walang clarity sa ginagawa mo, walang clarity sa behavior, nagkukos din siya ng sakit, nagkukos siya ng stress, nagkukos siya ng failure, nagkukos siya ng mga bagay na hindi maganda sa buhay natin. Hindi successful. Failure. Naghihirap. Unlike if your mind is clear, nakakapag-isip ka ng tama, mas creative ka actually. Creative ka in terms of solving your problems or creating new stuff, creating new strategies, fresh yung thoughts mo, automatic, maganda yung pwedeng maging resulta. Alright? You have more chances of winning. Number 4, write your goals. Now, a lot of people really don't understand the importance of this one. No? Dito gumagana yung tinatawag natin na VAC and what we call the RAS or the Reticular Activating System. No? Ano yung VAC? Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. No? Yan. Alright, so, let me explain. Bakit importante magsulat ka? Now, a lot of you, of course, technology na, we can use our phone. Tandaan nyo, yung phone natin, most of the time, it is actually an anchor ng negativity. Diyan tayo nakakapanood ng hindi maganda. Diyan tayo nakakanood ng mga adult films. Diyan tayo nanonood ng mga toxic na bagay. Diyan tayo nanonood ng horror. Tapos may radiation pa yung screen mo. Hindi siya healthy. Hindi siya healthy sa mind mo, hindi siya healthy sa heart mo, hindi siya healthy sa katawan mo. In terms of your goal, siguro naman, pwede tayong mag-effort ng konti. Pwede tayong magsulat. And there's actually an effect around this. Now, mind you, 100% ng kakilala ko, kaibigan ko, kliyente kong bilyonaryo, ginagawa to. Right? Lahat, 100%. Kung sino pa yung mayaman, silang nagsisipag na magsulat. Kaya ikaw, kung tinatamad ka magsulat, alam mo na, kaya naghihirap, no? Right? So when you write your goals, actually, una, gumagana yung visual. And sabi ni Tony Robbins, diba, the questions you ask yourself will determine the course of your destiny. So imagine mo, normally negative yung tanong mo sa utak mo, like, bakit nangyayari sa akin to? Bakit negative? Or minsan, confused ka. Pero when you have to write your goals, you will ask yourself the right questions. Ano bang gusto ko? What do I want? What do I really want? What will make me happy? What excites me? So when you do that, tinatanong mo yung sarili mo ng magandang tanong, tamang tanong, which will lead to the right answers. So, imagine mo yung utak mo working well. Alright? And then, apektado yung heart. Kasi yung visual, na nakikita, na visualize mong goals mo, something na gusto mo, something na nakaka-excite sa'yo. And it's okay to overthink around this one. Sometimes ina-overthink natin yan. It's okay. At least ang ina-overthink mo ngayon, ang pinaplano mo, ang ikinai-stress mo, goals na. So sometimes it's just resistance eh. Pag nasimulan mo magsulat, ang saya nito eh. Dire-diretso na to eh. So again, when you write, for example, you write Mercedes-Benz, G63, 100 million income, halimbawa, 10,000 students ng Success Blueprint, or whatever goal that you want, no? Pwedeng money, income, followers, whatever. Nai-imagine mo rin siya. Plus, while writing it, gumagana, kinesthetic, gumagana yung kamay mo, katawan mo, tapos doon ka nakatingin, nakafocus ka doon. Tapos, pag nagsusulat ka, kahit hindi marker gamit mo, may tunog yan eh. Hindi mo man naririnig, laging may tunog yan. May frequency yan. So, auditory. Plus, you can play some music. You can play Rise Up. You can play I Believe I Can Fly, diba? Whatever music that works for you. Pwede rin Mozart yung i-play mo. Alright? So, very important na pag nagsulat ka ng goal, naiintindihan mo to kasi may effect siya sa'yo. So, pag gumagana yung utak mo, visually, auditory, kinesthetic, katawan, nakafocus ka doon, na-achieve mo yung tinatawag na 100% congruence. Ang mangyayari, yung notebook mo ng goals mo, magiging psychological anchor siya para maging positive ka. So, pag isinama mo sa structure mo daily na i-check yung notebook mo pagkagising mo sa umaga, when you organize your day, positive ka. Masaya ka. Yun na yung anchor mo. Instead na cellphone agad, instead na distractions agad, instead na negativity agad, ang nakikita mo, notebook. Ang nakikita mo, goal. So, hindi ka muna expose sa distraction. Hindi ka muna expose sa stimulus. Ang nag-i-stimulate sa'yo, internal. Ang nag-i-stimulate sa'yo, yung pangarap mo. Yung nakaka-excite sa puso mo. Yung why mo. Yung purpose mo. Ang nakaka-stimulate sa'yo, yung alam mong mga dapat mong gawin. Your goals. So you have to write it. Alright? Kasi pag puro phone, that's external. Now, this will also activate your what we call reticular activating system. Ito yung brain filter mo. Basta system yan, guys, ha. Ito yung brain filter mo na pag may sinulat ka ng goal, ito pa yung another trick, no? Pag may sinulat kang goal, yung utak mo will think and believe that it is done kasi nakasulat na siya. So pag iniisip mo kasi siya, imagination pa lang siya. Although your imagination can manifest into reality. But the easiest way to manifest your imagination into reality is writing it. Kasi now it is detached. It is in physical form. Once it is in physical form, your mind will believe na kuha mo na. Ngayon, bibigyan ka ng katawan mo ng signs. Kusa siyang gagalaw towards your goals. So it will be easier for you to build success habits na kahit may resistance, kahit mahirap, kahit mabigat, it will be easier for you. Bakit? Kasi naisulat mo na. You will be more connected to this. Plus may RAS pa. Meron ka pang reticular activating system. So ito yung trabaho niya, no? It is a brain filter. Kasi utak natin, nagpa-function yan lagi. Right? And nakikita natin yung bias natin, yung pinaniniwalaan natin. But when you set a goal, lagi mo rin siya makikita. One example, dati wala kang goal. Pero let's just say, sinulat mong goal mo, Honda Civic. Suddenly, pag nakasakay ka sa motor, nakasakay ka sa bus, nakasakay ka sa jeep, tuwing may nakikita kang Honda Civic, nabibilang mo na, oh, meron na naman. Oh, may pula. Ang ganda ng itim, ganda ng gulong. Ganda rin pala ng luma, yung FT. Pero gusto ko yung SIR. Hindi, ang ganda ng brand nyo. Ito, baliw na baliw ka na ngayon. Di ba? Inspired ka na ngayon. Samantalang dati, hindi mo siya nakikita. Mind you, marami namang Honda Civic sa kalsada. Hindi mo lang nakikita kasi hindi pa activated yung RAS mo. That way, you will start seeing opportunities. Magsisimula nang may makita kang signs and opportunities that will lead you to achieving your goals. Ganon ka-powerful yung pagsusulat ng goals. And another thing, you will live an intentional life. No? Ito nangyayari sa atin. If I ask you right now, ilan yung nakita mong coaching pula? Ilan? Like, di mo mabilang, di ba? Or pagdating ng gabi, may nagtanong sa'yo, ilan yung nakita mong coaching pula? Di ko alam. Bakit? Hindi ka intentional na maghanap ng coaching pula. Pero pag sinabi sa'yo, bukas na bukas maghanap ka ng coaching pula. Pag nabilang mo kung ilan, bigyan ka ng 100,000. Pustahan tayo, talagang focus na focus ka. Kasi may reward. So ano yung point ko? We are not seeing opportunities. We are not seeing signs. We don't see kung gaano karami yung available opportunities na pwede natin gawin because we are not intentional. Pag naka-activate yung RAS mo, intentional ka ngayon. Tapos, ito yung magbibigay sa'yo ng tinatawag na lens. Alright? Ang lens para siyang salamin. Example ulit, nakikinig ka ng video o nasa seminar ka. Kung ang lens mo, tricycle driver ka, automatic yan. Ang hinahanap mo, pasahero, di ba? Imbes na natututo ka sa seminar, na-inspire ka, ang thinking mo, saan ka uwi? Ikaw, Laguna. O, sakay kayo saan mamaya pag-uwi ha. Naghahanap ka ng pasahero. Kung ang lens mo, fuckboy ka, o naghahanap ka ng pagmamahal, naghahanap ka ng pag-aaruga, naghahanap ka ng belongingness sa ibang tao, kasi kakabreak nyo lang ng jowa mo o whatever. Automatic. Sa isang lugar, hindi ka naghahanap ng opportunity, hindi ka naghahanap ng success, ang hinahanap mo, jojowain. That will be your lens. So, ganun siya ka-powerful. Pag sinulat mo yung goals mo, made-develop yung lens mo, that way, lagi ka naghahanap ng opportunities to actually achieve your goals. Which will lead to number 5. Organize your day. Alright? You cannot organize your day without writing your goals. Because the idea is, kailangan pag nag-organize ka ng araw mo, conducive siya sa goals mo or sa success na gusto mo. Related siya doon. So basically, kailangan planuhin mo yung maghapon mo. Kasi ang nangyayari sa atin, most of the time, hindi natin alam yung dapat nating gawin. Hindi tayo sure sa mga bagay na dapat nating gawin kasi hindi natin siya pinag-isipan. Kung hindi mo siya pinag-isipan, Ang mangyayari, paggising mo pa lang sa umaga, saan ka pa lang mag-organize. Worse, saan ka pa lang magde-decide. Let me explain. Naranasan nyo na ba yung pagkagising nyo sa umaga, tas di mo alam gagawin mo, kiklik mo na lang yung snooze button. Or tutuloy mo yung tulog mo. So, gigising ka ng tanghali, ano bang gagawin ko? Bakit ba ako nabuhay sa mundo? Kaya questionin mo pa yung existence mo. Tapos nakakahanap ka ng mga stress mo. Pagbukas mo ng cellphone mo, ikukumpara mo yung sarili mo. And it is a cycle na paulit-ulit mong ginagawa. Kasi hindi ka decided. Kasi wala kang goal. Wala kang naisulat na goal. Wala kang clarity. Hindi ka pa nagsa-success blueprint. Diba? So, what happens is, saan ka pa lang magde-decide. And imagine the amount of willpower and the amount of time needed for you to decide. Gano'ng katagal yun? Hindi ka pa fully immersed sa decision. Kasi parang hindi ka okay, nagdududa ka. May una kang ginawang hindi maganda na hindi nakakatulong sa'yo. Hindi maganda yung habits mo pa eh. So what will happen then? Saan ka pa lang magpaplano based on your decision. Imagine how much time you need to actually plan. Tapos saan ka pa lang magtitake ng action. So, ang nangyayari, ubos ka na. Ubos na yung willpower mo bago ka mag-take ng action. At pag nag-take ka ng action, mind you, may challenges, may struggles, may failure, may rejections. Masasaktan ka, mahihirapan ka. Now, you don't have the space, you don't have the energy to actually face the challenges. Why? Kasi ubos ka na. Kasi nagkaroon ka ng tinatawag na decision fatigue. Sa mga bagay na hindi mo alam gawin o mga bagay na sobrang dami mong dapat gawin tapos hindi mo alam kung ano yung uunahin mo. Yan yung maituturo sa inyo ng Success Blueprint. Ganyan din ka-importante yung organizing your day. And sa Success Blueprint, meron akong guide doon, comprehensive guide on how to actually organize your day. Because the idea is you have to plan the whole year, and then your whole month, and then your whole week para mas madali ka mag-organize ng day mo. Conducive lahat yan sa definition mo ng success, kaya nga siya tinawag na Success Blueprint. Alright, if you wanna learn more about it, again, successblueprint.ph. Now, balik tayo dito because this is free video for you. Organize your day, kailangan may malinaw kang plano. So the idea is better kung meron kang plano sa buong linggo at sa buong buwan. Para gigising ka sa umaga, alam mo na yung gagawin mo. Wala ka ng decision fatigue. Ganun ka-importante yung nasulat mo na yung goals mo. Because every day, you don't have to actually write another goal. Kung meron kang na-discover na gusto mo, pwede ka magsulat. Pero it's not a requirement anymore kasi meron ka nang naisulat na goal. Malinaw na siya. Ngayon, makakapagplano ka na. And the idea is when you organize your day, 2 beses po ito mag-organize. Twice, no? You organize in the morning, ang tawag doon is reorganizing or alignment. Yun ang tawag ko doon. Kasi I am aligning myself to my goals. Dapat alam ko yung gagawin ko. Dapat alam ko yung plano. Nagde-decide na ako, okay, itong lahat ng to gagawin ko, tatapusin ko to. Alright? Pero isa sa mas mahalaga sa morning, na mas mapapaganda mo yung morning na pag-organize mo ng araw mo is actually before sleeping. Before you sleep. Okay? So, bago ka matulog, mag-organize ka na ng araw mo. Alright? Tapos, ini-imagine mo na rin yung goals mo. And what I do is nagme-meditate ako at nag-organize ako bago matulog para matutulog akong payapa, peaceful, masaya. And mamaya, meron pang structure dito na makakatulong din sa'yo bago matulog. Okay? Okay, so number 6, do any form of workout or exercise. Mahalaga na nai-engage yung katawan natin. Now, the idea is, syempre, kailangan malakas yung body natin, di ba? Kailangan malakas yung katawan mo. Pero, ang purpose kasi talaga ng pag-engage ng body is to actually the mind. Okay? Hindi lang siya, kasi ang problema sa atin, kaya mahina yung utak natin kasi hindi mo nilalabanan yung urges mo. Wala kang self-control. Tapos hindi ka willing gawin yung mga bagay na mahihirap na alam mong kailangan at dapat mo namang gawin. Sabi nga ni Jordan Peterson, I'm paraphrasing here, no? Very important daw yung tinatawag na voluntary hardships. Voluntary challenges. Kasi pag nag-gym ka, nag-exercise ka, nag-workout ka, voluntary, nilagay mo yung sarili mo doon sa hirap. Nilagay mo yung sarili mo doon sa challenge. Iba yung impact ng na-challenge ka dahil wala ka ng choice. Na-challenge ka kasi may emergency na. Versus challenge mo yung sarili mo. Makakapag-build ka doon ng tinatawag na discipline and confidence. Pangalawa, in terms of confidence, guys, iba rin talaga yung feeling pag maayos ang katawan mo, malakas ang katawan mo, maganda katawan mo. One major example is, pag naglalakad ka, hinahapo ka na. Paano ka magiging confident sa pakikipag-usap, sa pag-close ng deal, pag-build ng relationship, pag-pursue ng goals mo, pag-grow mo as a person? Kung ultimong paglalakad, hinahapo ka, nahihirapan ka. Pag akyat ng hagdan, nahihirapan ka. Pag bitbit ng gamit, nahihirapan ka. Hindi naman ito usapang pagandahan ng katawan eh. Usapang functional body yung kailangan mo. Plus, pag challenge mo agad yung sarili mo early in the morning, Or maybe challenge mo yung sarili mo maghapon to actually finish a task. Get things done. Yung utak mo, mabibuild yung mental calluses, no? Mabibuild yung callo sa utak mo. Maiintindihan ng brain mo, ng mind mo na teka, ikaw yung boss. So you go to the gym or do any form of exercise to make sure that your body and your mind understands that you are the boss. That you can do whatever you want. Alright? You are in control. Tapos, pag nag-exercise ka, daming benefit, no? Maganda yung blood circulation mo. Pag maganda yung blood circulation, nakapag-isip ka ng tama. Pag nakapag-isip ka ng tama, maganda yung heart set mo. Maayos yung nararamdaman mo. And most of the problems that we have in our mind and in our hearts, galing yan sa katawan. Ang dami kong kakilala. Sorry I'm not justifying things, but this is based on my own personal experience. Ang dami kong kakilala, depressed daw sila. Hindi sila clinically diagnosed, ha? Kiniklaim nila na depressed sila. Kiniklaim nila na may anxiety sila. Without a clinical proof. Nothing wrong with that. Except, sometimes, ginugol mo, pinaniwalaan mong depressed ka, tapos hindi ka kumain. Kasi yung symptoms, sinerch mo, sinadya mong gawin siya sa sarili mo. So the first thing I ask my clients or my friends or the people that I mentor is this. Teka, kailan ka huling kumain? Hindi ka panic attack ka, masikip dibdib mo, hinahapo ka mo, hindi okay yung pakiramdam mo. Kailan ka huling uminom ng tubig? Hydrated ka ba? Kailan ka huling kumain? Kailan ka lumabas ng bahay para maarawan? And those things are actually physical. We think na, depressed ako. We think na ito yung nararamdaman ko, pero hindi pala. Ikaw yung naglagay nun sa sarili mo o dahil siya sa habits mo. So before we jump to the conclusion na depressed tayo, ang bigat, whatever, especially kung hindi ka pa nagpapacheck up, alagaan mo yung katawan mo. Alagaan mo yung sarili mo. Because when you do that, guys, the moment that you work out or exercise, grabe, nakakagaan po ng pakiramdam. Tandaan nyo, hindi nakakadagdag ng pagod ang exercise. Actually, nakakagaan siya ng pakiramdam. Especially pag natapos mo yung workout routine mo. Pag nagawa mo yung dapat mong gawin. So again, success habits po ito. Majority ng kakilala ko, nag-exercise, nag-workout. Sir, paano naman yung iba? May kakilala ko, hindi nag-workout, napakayaman. Well, would you call that success? Because again, you have to define your own success. Okay? Kung ang success sa'yo, nakakakain ka ng gusto mo, you don't have to be fit, you don't have to do workout, okay sa'yo yung hinahapo ka sa paglalakad lang, hindi ka makapag-drive ng sarili mong kotse, kahit naka-sports car ka, hindi mo kayang i-drive. If that's what you want, kung yun yung success na gusto mo, I respect you. You can do that, alright? You can move forward with that mindset. Walang problema doon. Kung pera lang gusto mo, you do you. It is what it is. Hindi ko pakikialaman yan, definition mo ng success yan eh. But I'm talking to the people who wants to be fit, who wants to enjoy their money, who wants to drive their own sports cars. The idea is, yes, we want to leverage driving. Pero syempre, kung naka-Ferrari ka, kung naka-McLaren ka, sarap pa rin na kaya mong i-drive paminsan-minsan, di ba? So you have to take care of your body. How do you do that? Exercise. Number 7, take action quick. Ibig sabihin, ito yung habit na pag may natutunan ka, like right now, actionan mo agad, gawin mo agad. Guys, again, majority ng mga bilyonaryong 100% ng bilyonaryong kakilala ko, kaibigan ko, kliyente ko, mabilis mag-take ng action. Yung tipo ngayon lang namin pinag-usapan, maya-maya nag-i-execute na. They are doing it right away. When they decide, gumagawa na agad ng paraan. Lahat ng multi-millionaire din nakakilala ko, ang bilis mag-take ng action. Meron pa nga akong mentor na sabi ko, okay, mag-create ka ng content para sa branding mo, ito yung process na gagawin mo. Hindi na nag-overthink eh. Right after the coaching session, after a few hours, may upload na eh. So it seems like, pagkatapos ng coaching session namin, gumagawa na ng content, nag-execute na, sinusunod na. Because when it comes to money, tandaan nyo to guys when it comes to money, when it comes to achievement, when it comes to fulfillment, when it comes to being more confident, tandaan nyo to, speed is king. Kasi, this is you. Ikaw din to. Okay? Ikaw, araw-araw nagtitake ng action mabilis. Itong kulay blue na ikaw. So, ito yung 1 month. Ito yung 2 months. Okay? Second month. Ito din. Now, itong version mo na to, nag-overthink. Sigurista. Ayaw magkamali. Nagtatry lang siya once a month. Ito, ikaw, 5 times ka nagtatry every day. So, that's 150 tries. 150. Tanong, sino ang mas masasaktan? Sino ang marereject? Sino ang mahihirapan? Sinong kailangan humarap sa challenges? The blue one. Sinong nabibigatan? The blue one. Pero sino ang mataas ang chance maging successful? Sino ang mag-grow? Sino ang mag-improve? Sino ang gagaling? Sino ang mas magiging confident? Si Blue pa rin. Because ito, automatic. Pag nag-fail to, 100% failure to. And this is not about the percentage between your failure and your success. It's about the number of success. Diba? Just imagine, nagbebenta ka ng products. Ma-100% mo yan, dalawa lang ang nabenta mo. Ito, ma-10% niya lang yung benta niya. Ma-10% niya lang, 30 yung sales niya. It is a numbers game, guys. Plus, imagine the gap between these two. So, nag-start sila, ganito lang yung gap, no? Because, taking action daily, maliit lang na angle yan, 0.1%. Pero after 6 months, after 1 year, right? 6 months, 1 year, ayan na yung gap. Malaki na yung agwat nila. Imagine 3 years, boom. Wala na. Grabe na. So don't delay decisions. Most of the regrets that we have, most of the failures that we have, hindi dahil nagkamali tayo. Dahil yan nag-delay ka ng desisyon mo. Tandaan nyo to, if you wanna be happy, if you wanna be successful, if you wanna move forward in your life, yung mga bagay na alam mong dapat mong gawin, kailangan mong gawin, at alam mo namang kaya mong gawin, gawin mo lang. Just do it. Success habit number 8, get things done. Yung mga bagay na alam mong dapat mong tapusin, make sure na matapos mo. So, for example, nagbabasa ka ng libro, tapusin mo. Nagsimula ka magbenta, tapusin mo. Nag-create ka ng content, tapusin mo. Ang problema lang yung anime. Diba? Kasi pag hindi pa tapos, hindi mo talaga matatapos. But bottom line, I'm talking about the things that you have to do in order to become successful in life. Because again, kanina nagsulat ka na ng goals. Kanina nag-organize ka na. Kanina napag-usapan na natin yung clarity. So, understand that get things done, yung mga tatapusin mo, related dapat sa success na gusto mong i-build para sa sarili mo. Alright? Again, related siya sa success na gusto mo. The idea is you have to have a series of tasks related to success. Now, here's the catch. Kailangan makasanayan mo, maging habit mo na, yung tinatapos mo yung mga bagay-bagay. Kasi ang nagiging problema sa mga tao is may nagawang konti, masyado na silang fulfilled dun sa konti. Now, don't get me wrong. Pag may nagawa ang konti, give yourself credit, alright? Dapat talaga fulfilled ka, dapat talaga grateful ka, dapat talaga masaya ka kasi may nagagawa ka. But the problem with most people is, konti pa lang yung nagagawa, it's as if sobrang laki na. To the point na hindi na sila nagtitake ng action, hindi na sila nagtutuloy, at hindi na nila natatapos yung mga bagay na dapat nilang tapusin. So ito yung tinatawag natin na intro boys. Magaling ka lang sa una, magaling ka lang sa intro, magaling ka lang sa umpisa. Ang success po, again, success is a journey. Ang success po, you are building your character. You are becoming a person of success. Because when you are able to build your character, si success yung susunod sa'yo. Ibig sabihin, nade-develop ka as a person. Hindi siya shortcut, hindi siya mabilisan, hindi siya tsamba. Hindi siya may natapos ka lang na isa, okay na. May nagawa ka lang konti, successful ka na doon. No. Kailangan sanay ka na every time na may gagawin ka tapos. And another idea is this. For you to be able to move to the next chapter of your life, you have to close the first chapter. And kaya hindi natin ma-close yung mga chapters ng buhay natin, especially yung chapter kung nasan tayo ngayon, walang closure kasi hindi mo natapos. Hindi mo nagawa yung mga bagay na dapat mong gawin. So I think it's really obvious that you have to get things done. And in my case, I have this principle na nakatulong sa akin, which is hindi ako matutulog na talunan. Kaya ako kilala na hindi natutulog kasi most of the time. Kung feeling ko talunan ako, kasi mataas ang standard ko no? Kung feeling ko hindi ko natapos yung dapat kong tapusin, kung ramdam ko sa sarili ko na hindi may kulang pa, hindi pa ito yun talunan pa ako ngayon Ang gagawin ko, hindi na lang ako matutulog at itutuloy ko na yung araw ko kinabukasan. Because hindi ako pumapayag na talo ako ngayon. I will always win my day. You don't have to copy me. But the idea is, hindi mo man gawin yung ginagawa ko, at least get things done. At least finish what you started. Because this is a habit. Pag nakasanayan mo to, automatic. Marami kang magagawa, you will be more productive, and you will be successful. Habit number 9 is read books. Balikan natin yung dinrawing ko kaninang tao. If you are not yet achieving what you want, if you have a miserable life right now, or maybe hindi man miserable yung buhay mo, hindi mo pa nakukuha yung gusto mo. Ano yung dapat mong gawin at dapat mong tandaan? If you are not yet, again, achieving what you want, it means na yung mga bagay na ginagawa mo dati hindi nakatulong sa'yo. Yung mga bagay na naging habit mo at nakasanayan mo, hindi nakatulong sa'yo. Yung mga bagay na naging patterns mo, your patterns, your behaviors, hindi siya nakatulong sa'yo. Pwedeng may ilan doon na nakatulong. Pwedeng may ilan na effective. Kaya nga mahalaga yung clarity para alam mo yung tama, alam mo yung gumagana, alam mo yung hindi. But the idea is, if it's not working right now, ibig sabihin, yung knowledge mo, hindi nakakatulong sa'yo. At yung current na nalalaman mo, baka yan pa yung nag-create ng problema. So kung may mabigat kang problema ngayon, tandaan mo na ang nag-create niyan yung past. Ang nag-create niyan yung current belief systems mo, current mindset mo. So ano gagawin mo? Kailangan mong baguhin. Kaya lang ang problema, pag wala kang pinapasok na bagong information sa utak mo, wala kang natututunang bago. If you are not doing something new, if you are not trying something new, if you are not learning something new, if you are not listening to positive information, optimistic information, knowledge and wisdom that will help you move forward, yung utak mo, mag-iisip siya ng mga galing sa past. Mag-iisip siya ng negative. Mag-iisip siya ng toxic. Yung utak mo, laging tumatrabaho yan, hindi yan tumitigil. At nakabase, yung utak mo, puso mo, katawan mo, sa nakasanayan mo. So again, kung ang nakasanayan mo, hindi ka natulungan maging successful, so pag wala kang ginawang bago, wala kang natutunang bago, babalik ka lang doon sa dati mong ginagawa. That is why you have to read books. That is why you have to make a conscious effort to learn something new in your life. Sir MJ, ang hirap magbasa ng libro. That's the thing. You still have to do it regardless kung mahirap. And hindi naman to pabilisan ng nababasang libro. Hindi to paramihan. Ako, pag nagbabasa ako ng libro, inuulit-ulit ko. Nagtitake ako ng notes, nagtitake ako ng action. I take time. Because what's important for me is yung librong nabasa ko, ina-apply ko, ginagawa ko. Hindi ito karera. Hindi ito paramihan ng libro. Para sa akin, in my opinion lang, alam ko marami kayong kakilala dyan na sobrang daming nabasang libro na successful. Meron din namang sobrang daming nabasang libro, hindi naman successful. In my case, what I do is pag nabasa ko ng buo, uulitin ko ng chapter 1. For every chapter, gagawin ko siya daily. At pag tingin ko, nag-move forward na ako, nagawa ko na maghapon, I will move on to the next chapter. Pero kung hindi ko pa nagagawa, hindi ko pa na-apply, hindi ko pa nagagamit, I will still stay in chapter 1 regardless kung gaano karaming araw. Kasi very important that you are applying what you are learning. And that's the idea. Tamad ka talaga magbasa ng libro, you can move on and you can also do while doing it, kasi syempre kung tamad ka talaga magbasa ng libro, may resistance ka, pwedeng 15 minutes lang daily kasi nagbibuild ka pa ng habit, di ba? Ito yung makakatulong. Listen to podcast or audiobooks. So dito napapasok si Principles by MJ Lopez. Dito napapasok yung ginagawa kong videos. Kasi pwedeng pakinggan mo lang to. Pwede kang pumunta sa Spotify para marinig mo lang siya. Or pwede naman nagpe-play to sa kotse, nagpe-play to habang nagluluto ka. But the thing is, you have to listen. Alright? And syempre, kung tamad ka talaga magbasa, may mga audiobooks naman na makakatulong sa'yo. And the idea is you have to put new information in your brain so that you are gonna develop new skills, develop a new mindset, develop a new self-image para maging iba at magbago at mag-improve yung resulta mo sa buhay mo. Alright? So again, magbasa ng libro, more information. So itong tatlong to, it is more about what you put in your mind. Okay? Yung tatlong habit. Magbasa. Habit number 9, magbasa. Habit number 10, makinig. Habit number 11 is manood. But understand that it has to be conducive, Dapat related siya sa success na gusto mo para sa sarili mo. Now, I know, maraming successful na masarap panoorin. Like Manny Pacquiao, masarap panoorin yung laban. Or Efrem Bata Reyes. Kaya lang, kung negosyante ka, might as well watch entrepreneurs. Hindi yung ang pinapanood mo araw-araw, bilyar. Kasi ang matututunan mo, paano magpa-shoot? Ang matututunan mo, pectus, preparation, umubos ng bola. Kaya Manny Pacquiao, sumapak. Although, syempre, there's value in it, diba? There's value in their story. There's value in their hard work. Kaya sila nakarating kung nasan sila ngayon. Kaya sila naging living legend dahil sa effort nila. You can study their efforts. You can study their stories. Pero kung ang pinapanood mo, bilyar at negosyante ka, hindi siya related. Kung ang pinapanood mo, basketball at hindi ka naman basketball player, hindi siya related. Although, you can do that as a reward. Pero understand na kung nagbibuild ka pa lang ng habit, nagsisimula ka pa lang, dapat related at conducive sa success na gusto mo para sa sarili mo. So, the idea is, dapat meron kang pinapanood na, una, magbibigay sa'yo ng skills na kailangan mo. And again, important yung clarity dito kasi malalaman mo lang yung skills na kailangan mo if you have clarity. So, you will always go back to number 1. And kung hindi mo naiintindihan agad yung sarili mo, dyan napapasok yung tinatawag na success blueprint. It is a course that I made, guys. And it's affordable. Ang daming bonuses, guys. It should be worth 300,000 pero below 8,000 po siya. Imagine, for 3 months, you're simply paying around 88 pesos per day. For 3 months lang. So, gaano siya kamura? Alright? And it's a premium course kasi may mga mastermind sessions tayo. Now, skills. You have to learn new skills. Next is something that will help you build your mindset. Something that will make you healthy. So, bottom line, lahat ng related dun sa success na sinulat natin kanina. Your own definition of success. And of course, you also have to be watching stories, success stories of people na same mo ng industry or negosyante din. So, walang masama na meron kang mga iniidolo. So, dapat yun yung pinapanood mo. Especially kung nagsisimula ka pa lang, iwas mo na sa horror, iwas mo na sa anime, iwas mo na sa Korean novela, iwas mo na sa telenovela. Focus ka muna sa magbibigay sa'yo ng success. Because what you watch, especially habitually, can actually change your life. Can turn your life around. And it will influence you, especially emotionally. Kasi yun yung visual na nakikita mo eh. Kung yung bida, laging emotional, laging kawawa, ang mangyayari, lagi ka rin kawawa kasi feeling mo ikaw yung bida. So, malaking impluwensya sa buhay natin yung mga bagay na pinapanood natin. Yung pinabasa, pinapakinggan, at pinapanood. So, yun yung tatlong habits. Actually, ang daming pwedeng panoorin eh. You have Tony Robbins, you have Jim Rohn. Kahit wala na si Jim Rohn, pwede mo pa rin panoorin. You have Grant Cardone, you have Ryan Serhant, you have Robert Kiyosaki, you have T. Harv Eker. Siyempre, may MJ Lopez. Yes! Grabe daw yun eh, sabi. Yes! Sabi nila. Ewan ko lang kung... Kilala nyo ba yan si MJ Lopez? Kilala nyo? Comment nga kayo kung kilala nyo yun. Malupit daw yun. Sa Apogi. Yes! Okay. Number 12. Work on your business or career. Siyempre, very important na tinatrabaho natin yung career natin. And in my structure, guys, ito yung pinakamahaba, actually, yung oras ko. So the idea is, I give myself around 3 to 4 hours in the morning to prepare myself. Alright? Pero, yung trabaho ko, guys, grabe. Mahigit 12 hours po yan. Naka-structure po yan, no? Yung pagka-create ng content, pagka-create ng videos, meetings, after meetings, after meetings, after meetings, after mentorings, after coaching, after organizing, sobrang daming ginagawa. So the thing is, you have to work on your business or career. Dapat meron kang career. Kasi paano ka magiging successful kung wala kang vehicle? Alright? So if you wanna go from point A to point B, from Batangas to Baguio, dapat yung career mo kaya kang dalhin doon, ha? Dapat yung business mo kaya kang dalhin doon. Mahirap makarating ng Baguio galing Batangas kung ang vehicle mo ay skateboard. Imagine yun, guys. Diba? Skateboard papunta doon. Or lakarin mo, diba? Pero kung may kotse ka, may sasakyan ka. So, mas malayo yung mararating mo. Kung aeroplano, mas malayo. Iba't ibang lugar na eh. Iba't ibang bansa na yung mapupuntahan mo. Ibig sabihin, your career will actually define the altitude. So, dapat may malawak na potential yung career mo. Dapat may malawak na potential yung business mo. Very important that you choose the right business for you. That you choose the right career for you. Ganyan ka-importante yung number 1, again, yung clarity. So, kung hindi mo pa rin naiintindihan yung sarili mo, again, Success Blueprint po. Alright? Successblueprint.ph. Now, working on your career, kasi kanina, puro working on yourself eh. Pero syempre, you also have to develop certain skills, structures, systems, patterns in your career. Parang kung ang career mo, nagpipinta ka, syempre dapat may pattern ka, di ba? May habit ka. Tinatapos mo yung dapat mong gawin, tapos creative ka, tapos nagme-meditate ka, alin yung utak mo sa katawan mo, tapos may sistema ka sa pagpipaint, naka-structure na rin siya kung paano yung gagawin mo at magaling ka. And even in gaming, kailangan naka-structure, kailangan may sistema ka, kailangan may sistema yung team mo, kailangan maganda yung patterns na sinusundan mo, at kailangan magaling ka. So in everything that you do, especially professionally, very important that you work on it. And you have to work hard on it. Sir MJ, di ba work smart? Alam nyo, yung salitang work smart, pang tamad yan normally. Hindi ko sinasabing don't work smart. Pero the idea is, work smart, also have the word work on it. Hindi naman sinabing smart lang. Hindi sinabing manggulang. Hindi sinabing manlamang. Hindi sinabing work lazy. Sabi work smart. And you will only learn how to work smart if you work hard on your business first. If you work hard on your career first. Think about this, guys. Paano ka magli-leverage kung wala kang pera? Paano ka magkakapera? You have to work hard. Paano ka mag-leverage? You have to work hard. Kasi dapat alam mo yung sistema. Malalaman mo lang yung sistema if you are really involved in it. If you are immersed in it. If you are doing it. If you are taking massive action. Hindi ka makakapag-build ng leverage ng sistema without involving yourself initially. So you really have to be willing to work really hard first before you can work smart. I have nothing against working smart. I'm doing that. Alright? I'm doing a lot of working smart. Pero hindi smart lang. You have to work. You have to do the work. You have to get things done. You have to take action quick. Again, you wanna be successful, di ba? Alright? You have to work on your business. Next. Habit number 13 is you monitor your day. Kasi ang nangyayari sa mga tao, randomly trying strategies, randomly trying ideas, randomly trying concepts, randomly trying things, randomly trying stuff, without monitoring, teka, effective ba? May nagbabago ba? Gumagana ba? Is it working for me? So, ang nangyayari kasi, if you don't monitor, number one, you will be frustrated. Hindi mo maintindihan kung saan ang gagaling yung mali. Feeling mo tuloy conditions. Feeling mo tuloy tsamba. Feeling mo tuloy nangyari yung buhay sa akin. Tinatake ako ng buhay. Hindi ganon. There will always be a reason why you are failing. There will always be a reason why you are not yet successful. Para maiwasan yung frustration, disappointments, i-review mo yung maghapon mo. I-review mo yung araw mo. I-monitor mo. Anong i-monitor mo? Una, i-monitor mo yung habits mo. Next, i-monitor mo yung patterns mo. Anong ginagawa mo? Monitor mo yung mindset mo. Monitor mo yung behavior mo. Monitor mo yung beliefs mo. Unang tip, monitor. Nagawa ko ba yung dapat kong gawin? 1. Pangalawa, nagawa ko ba ng mabilis o ang dami kong delay? Number 3, nag-decision ba ako agad? Or kaya, wala akong production, wala akong nagawa kasi 3 hours bago ako mag-decide. Teka, gumising ba ako ng maaga? Nagbabasa ba ako ng libro? Parang hirap ako magplano Hirap ako magplano kasi wala pa akong nasulat na goals. Hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko kasi wala akong clarity. Nakuha niyo ako guys. There are a lot of things you can monitor. You have to also monitor the other habits. Ginagawa mo ba yun? Ang bigat ng nararamdaman mo. Teka lang, align ka ba? Baka mamaya iba yung gustong gawin ng katawan mo sa gustong gawin ng utak mo. Baka naman umaga pa lang, nagsi-cellphone ka na. Baka naman umaga pa lang, distracted ka na. So the idea is, you have to monitor yourself and you have to monitor your day. And there are what we call checkpoints. Ako personally, this is what I do, no? Tanghali, hapon, I have checkpoints. Tinitingnan ko, chinecheck ko, teka, am I on track? Am I on time? Natapos ko ba yung mga bagay na dapat kong tapusin agad? Nagawa ko ba yung mga bagay na dapat kong gawin? And then, am I excellent? Magaling ba ako doon? Nagawa ko ba ng hindi lang tama Nagawa ko ba in excellence? Nagawa ko ba na competent ako doon? Teka, nag-improve ba ako? May natutunan ba ako doon? That's the thing, no? It's more on, okay, I have to do it over and over. I have to practice, I have to build habits, and then I will improve it. Kasi sanay na akong gawin siya, i-improve ko na siya, gagalingan ko na. Tapos sa gabi, I will also review my day. Ang tawag namin dito is process, what went wrong, what went well. Aaralin mo kung ano yung maganda, ano yung tama, so that you can build patterns around it, that you understand that it's working for you, so duplicate it the next day. And yung mga bagay na hindi gumagana, yung mga bagay na hindi nagwo-work, eliminate it. Break that pattern, interrupt those patterns. So you have to review and monitor your day. Alright? Number 14. Alright, inventory. Acknowledge your wins. So part ito ng monitoring, pero nakaseparate po ito kasi very important guys, that you are also acknowledging yourself. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na bago matulog, kailangan masaya ka. Bago matulog, align ka. Bago matulog, grateful ka. Bago matulog, nabibuild mo yung self-image. And the idea is, you will only build a new belief about yourself. Okay? A new belief. And a new self-image if you can create results. So bottom line, this is habitual, this is a pattern, pero mahalaga na nakakapag-create ka ng resulta. And it doesn't have to be really big. It can be small results. It can be tiny things that you do daily para ipanalo yung maghapon mo. Pero para maramdaman mo yon, you have to collect evidences that you can. You have to collect evidences that you deserve to become successful. That you are a person of value. That you are becoming a person of success. So that ikaw, nakokolekta mo ngayon, may inventaryo ka ng mga bagay na dapat mong gawin at kaya mong gawin. So anong nangyayari? Nagkakaroon ka sa utak mo ng inventory, deposit, na pag nagduda ka na, pag may challenges na, pag mabigat na yung problema, pag sobrang bigat na ng pinagdadaanan mo, meron kang mahuhugot na lakas. Meron kang ma-withdraw na naideposit mo ang panalo mo. Because mind you guys, in terms of building wealth, in terms of becoming successful, again, uulitin ko, sobrang bigat. Sobrang hirap. Sobrang dami mong pagdadaanan. Mabigat po yung pagdadaanan mo. So you need to collect all the evidences you can para pag mabigat na at walang ibang magmamotivate sa'yo. Alright? Hindi ko alam kung may mentor ka, kung may coach ka. You can consider me. You can hire me. You can enroll sa Success Blueprint. But the thing is, what if mag-isa ka ngayon? What if hindi mo pa afford mag-hire ng coach? What if hindi mo pa afford magka-mentor? What if sa free videos na ganito lang muna? You have to learn how to actually negotiate with yourself. Convince yourself na kaya mo. How do you do that? You have to have an inventory of wins. Every time na may matatapos ka, may magagawa ka, gumising ka ng maaga, you're taking action quick, you're getting things done, dapat nakalista yon. Dapat may inventaryo ka nun. So that matutulog ka na panalo. So what I do personally, matutulog akong panalo kasi I will acknowledge all my wins, I will also meditate, and I will also reorganize the next day. So habang nagre-reorganize ako, alam ko sa sarili ko na panalong-panalo ako. Kasi may inventory ako. Alam ko yung mga bagay na natapos at nagawa ko. And the idea is, if you are doing this daily, napupush ka ngayon na dapat masaya ako mamayang gabi, dapat matapos ko ito mamayang gabi, dapat yung pagsusulat ko ng inventory mamayang gabi, yung reviewing ko ng maghapon ko, maganda. So umaga pa lang, i-create mo na siya. You have to set up your day to win. Alright? And lastly, habit number 15, love yourself. This is one of the most important, if not the most important. Okay? Ito yung probably pinakamahalaga pa nga for some. Yung mahalin mo yung sarili mo. Yung self-love na tinatawag. Sabihin, para sa akin, no? Una, the highest form of self-love is actually discipline. Para sa akin to. And kaya tayo nagbibuild ng habit, guys, para magkaroon tayo ng disiplina. Now, initially, you have to what we call reward yourself. So, kailangan, may reward ka para sa sarili mo para gawin to in order to build a new habit. Next is, regardless kung may disiplina ka na, kailangan pa rin nire-reward mo yung sarili mo para makaiwas ka sa burnout. And in terms of rewarding yourself, ang daming ways to do this, no? Una, you can actually reward yourself with what we call things. Ito yung mga relo, ito yung mga damit, ito yung mga sapatos. And the idea is, every time na makikita mo yung relo mo, yung sapatos mo, yung damit mo, harap ka sa salamin, maliban sa it's something new. And it's good to see yourself na may bago sa'yo. Kasi ang nangyayari sa atin, kaya feeling natin wala tayong progress, it's because hindi natin nakikita at nararamdaman na may bagong nangyayari sa atin. And the easiest way to actually see something new, pag harap mo sa salamin, is bili ka ng bagong damit, bili ka ng bagong sapatos, bili ka ng bagong relo. Alright? And it's extremely tangible. May kanya-kanya tayong trip. This may work for you, this may not work for you. Pero kailangan mo siyang ma-discover, kaya nga mahalaga yung clarity. Alright? Mahalaga pa rin talaga yung number 1, kaya siya unang-una. The idea around this is every time you, for example, meron kang condition, I have to close this deal. Pag na-close ko, bibili ako ng relo. It's actually a huge win, di ba? Paano kung mabigat na challenge pala yun? Challenging yung client or malaking deal po ito. Ang mangyayari, the watch will be a psychological anchor na every time natitingin ka sa relo mo, uy, ang dami ko na nagawa. Nagawa ko yun. Kumita ako ng ganung kalaking pera. That will also be a tangible evidence, a reminder for you. So you will be congruent. Aligned ka ngayon. Kasi lahat ng suot mo, pinapaalala sa'yo na kaya mo, na malupit ka, na magaling ka. Or, you can also reward yourself with experiences. So ito naman yung mga taong mahilig magpaspa, mahilig mag-travel, o kaya experience mo na mag-travel alone, magpamassage alone, o kaya naman with your family. You wanna experience good food, gusto mo ng Wagyu beef, whatever it is that you want, you can give it to yourself. But the idea is don't over-reward, Dapat conducive, dapat akma yung reward mo doon sa kinikita mo. Hindi pwedeng i-reward mo yung sarili mo tapos mauubos ka. Wala, hindi reward yun. Self-sabotage yun. Kasi inubos mo yung pera mo. Right? Parang ganito. Reward means na nagtayo ka ng negosyo or nag-build ka ng career. Nagtatanim ka pa lang, di ba? So you have to build the habit of didiligan mo yan, babantayan mo, you have to make sure na walang peste, walang sisira sa tanim mo, sa crops mo. Tapos, dalagyan mo ng fertilizer. So, you have to build the habit of constantly checking, monitoring the plant, monitoring yourself, getting things done, taking action quick, meditation, and stuff like that. You have to work really hard, right? Imagine, lumaki na yung puno because of your hard work. Because you are able to build the habits, the success habits na pinag-usapan natin dito. Lumaki na yung puno. Nagbubunga na. Reward means kakainin mo yung bunga, i-enjoyin mo yung bunga. Giving means mamimigay ka ng bunga, pero hindi lahat ng bunga. Hindi ko sinabing sirain mo yung puno, bunutin mo pati yung ugat. Nagigets? When you reward yourself, bunga yung ibigay mo. Wag mong hugutin yung buong puno. Huwag mong tanggalin yung buong puno. You only share the bunga. You only give yourself the bunga. Huwag mong ubusin yung meron ka. And the best form of reward is actually growth. So ito na yung nare-reward mo yung sarili mo ng libro, ng seminars, ng workshop, or courses. And the idea is, mas nararamdaman mo yung pagmamahal sa sarili mo kasi nag-i-invest ka na para sa sarili mo. And the best investment right now is the Success Blueprint course. And it is available right now, successblueprint.ph. Check the comment section, the description, and cards here, right? Because I am dedicated to actually help you move forward in life, right? So parang 2 oras tong... No, 2 oras, no? Almost 2 hours to. Pero pag na-edit naman to, guys, hindi to 2 hours siguro. But the thing is, watch this over and over. Share it with your friends. Kung marami kayo natutunan, again, kung marami kayo natutunan, i-share nyo to sa iba para matuto rin sila. Right? You have to also contribute. Part ng success, bonus tip yan, is contribute. Tumulong ka sa iba. And the idea is, you always have to be clear. So, rewatching this video over and over, going back to the comment section, reviewin mo yung mga learnings ng ibang tao, will give you clarity. Right? So again, maraming salamat sa panonood, guys. May next meeting pa ako. If you like this video, and I'm sure that you do, please like, comment, share, and make sure that you give us a 5-star rating in Facebook and sa lahat, even in Spotify. And make sure that if you wanna learn more from me, you join the Mastery University. Free po yan, no? Meron tayong exclusive content, yung Ask MJ Lopez, dyan po natin ina-upload. So kung may mga tanong kayo, bato nyo lang sa comment section, or pag in-upload po namin yung layout ng Ask MJ Lopez sa Facebook, doon kayo mag-comment kasi yun yung pinakauna namin tinitingnan. Screenshot namin yon, ilalagay natin yan sa video natin sa Ask MJ Lopez. So, exclusive content po yan. Plus, if you wanna join the free webinars, which is soon, magkakaroon po tayo, Master University po namin sinasend yung link. Because it is an exclusive community if you wanna learn for free. Pero kung seryoso ka talagang yumaman, Success Blueprint po tayo. So yun lang, guys, this is the end of the video, and always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez, and see you soon. Bye-bye, guys.